Hi everybody. I thought I'd come on. I need to do a sympathy card for my niece. Her cat of 19 years had to be put to sleep. Um, she was just really old and really sick. So I'm going to do a little coloring. I have had these, excuse me, sir. Look for lots of clouds. I have had degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 62 degrees. Sorry about that. I have had these Prismacolor colored pencils for probably 15 years, maybe longer. I got these at Sam's Club actually, and they are the Prismacolor Premier, and it was like a 24 pencil set. And I wanted more colors. So I ordered some. These actually came from Dick Blick. Even with their shipping, they were cheaper than anywhere else. I wasn't crazy about the way they packaged them to send them up. They're open stock pencils. They just threw them in a plastic bag and tied it up, and then put them in this like really long box with just a bunch of paper on top of them. So there's one, I ended up with one broken point. And I'm actually kind of surprised that more weren't broken, but I think it's because the tips are so small. So anyway, I'm going to just incorporate them in with the other colors that I have. So let me pick out some colors to use. I thought I had like a pumpkin. There's a pumpkin orange. And these are, I got beige, sage green, peacock blue, just colors I did not have with this other set. And I didn't want to buy like another set of these because you just get these same colors are still in their sets. So they really have not changed over time. So I'm just going to get started. I never know, so I want to color a, yellow cat. So I'm just kind of going to get started here with one. See if I can sort of approximate ginger cat color. My week has been going pretty well so far. There's nothing exciting, just going to work and coming home pretty much. Just want to get some light. Just a little bit of lines in here. because she was an orange tabby. Orange and white, actually. But I'm not going for too much realism, you know what I mean? We just want to get some kid. These are this stamp set is an old Gina K stamp set. I'm sure it's long retired. It was called Frisky Felines. And I don't even know if there's a date on it or anything. No, I didn't write a date. Oh, 2018. The dies have the date, so I have had these for a while. I've had a couple of people who have lost their cats, and ever since Sammy died, I have just not been able to sit down and do. This is the first pet sympathy card I think I have done since he died. I just haven't been able to. I just couldn't handle it. I'm not trying to do anything fancy here. This is all just simple. Just the lighter and the darker oranges. Putting a few little stripes on there. I don't know what I'm going to do yet for a background. I sort of have a vague idea. So think I'm just going to do a stenciled background. Just do a little of this green on here and a little of this yellow. This is their lemon yellow. I'm gonna get a brush. Brush that off. So there's our cute little kitty cats. Tell you what, I'm going to do one more thing here. And I will need to, right now I just have these in this box until I can get everything rearranged in the pencil case here. And let me just set these aside. I don't really even have any place to set those right now. So I have this stencil from Brutus Monroe. I got this during their retirement sale. For all their retiring products. So I got a great deal on this. So let me see, let me grab a piece of cardstock and we'll see how we like this. This one's already been cut down. Excuse me. I'm still having a little bit of, I don't know, leftover sinus stuff from being sick, so it sort of comes and goes. And I haven't even gotten my sticky mat out yet. So I'm just going to tape this on here. Whoops. Oh, I'll tell you something I was going to do first before I did this. So hang on. I'm just going to do a little bit of blue on there. Whoops. Whoopsie. Blue. And then some green. And let me get blue. Really? Blue and green. So I'm just going to do some ink blending on here first. I don't know if this is going to look good, but if it looks terrible, we have another side of paper. And you can see this is not any kind of super good blending. I'm just getting this color down on here. Okay, so there's that. And then, sorry, I'm way down here. Now let's take this down. Okay, and I'm going to do, this is 4 by Simon Hurley. We'll just find out how this looks. I should have knocked some of that color back before I started blending. But that's okay. So we're going to sort of end up with blue and green and teal, I think, on here. So I should have put this on my stamp wheel or got out one of my other little thin sticky mats. But I didn't, so I'm just going to keep going. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. Those colors blended really well. Okay, let me get this green off of here. And I'm going to die cut these kitty cats. Okay. house is really quiet tonight. My husband went to the American Legion with his oldest son and our daughter-in-law. So, and then the cats have been fed, so they're quiet. Although it is almost time for treats, so I'm sure they'll be bugging me here shortly, because that's what cats do. And I actually went and had my nails done or redone today. I don't get anything elaborate, but they have just gotten in such bad shape that in a home manicure, I just can't keep polish on. I mean, I do all the things, and I do all the things. I buy the good polish. It just doesn't last. So we have a girl here in town now who's doing nails, which is great because I haven't wanted to do them because I have to drive 45 minutes to get to any place. And that just seems like so much trouble. So I'm glad that we now have somebody local. Okay. And let's see, I am going to use, this is scrapbook.com's Pet Sympathy stamp set. So this is from 2019. They may still have this. I'm not sure. But it's all creatures great and small, once loved, never forgotten. A pet is family. No greater companion, no better friend. I'm so sorry for your loss. The love of a pet is one of the greatest gifts we could have, always in your heart. So sorry for the loss of your sweet furry friend. Pets ask for so very little, yet leave so much behind. I am very sorry for your loss. And love as a four-legged word. So, I think I'm going to use the No Greater Companion. Let's see. Now that fits better in this space, actually. So I think I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put it in my Misty, because I do not trust my stamping skills. I'm not going to put the kitty cats on yet. Should I stamp that directly, or should I stamp it and then cut it out? I think I'm going to stamp that and cut it out because of my background. And let me get a piece of scrap. A lot of the times I just prefer stamping something directly because to me it often doesn't look exactly right when you stamp it, especially on white paper, and cut it out. It looks so stark. So I may do that. There we go. I don't know if this piece of paper is straight, but we can fix that after we stamp. And I'm going to stamp this in pigment ink. I used the Simon Hurley dye ink, the Black Widow, for the images. Let's hope I had that in the corner right. I don't know, that looks awfully thick. Hang on a second. I'm not sure I like the way that looks. Oh, that looks a little better. Okay, let me clean my stamp. Rub it off and then put some stamp cleaner on it. Sorry, I'm a little out of camera, but you probably don't really need to see me clean the stamp off. Okay. Let me get this cut out. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of ink around these edges here. Try not to smear that. pigment ink. And I thought about not doing it, but I think I am maybe going to put just a little foam tape on here. And I'm going to use my thicker foam tape. And by that I mean it's a little thicker this way than the scrapbook.com. This is my Pink and Nain. I think I have some whiter somewhere, just some generic foam tape. But, ow, I kind of like to, got my finger, I'd kind of like to use this up first. You can see you get a ton of foam tape on their roll. And not that expensive. I mean, you can still get cheap stuff at like Dollar Tree, but I don't know how much money you really save buying those little tiny rolls. Although I have purchased the Dollar Tree foam tape. Oh, come on. These scissors have gotten all sticky. I really need to clean them. Hang on, I'm going to get another pair of scissors here. Well, now that I have got this all yucky, there. Good grief. I think this foam tape is just sticky. I don't know if it's gotten older or what, but wow, I do not usually have that much trouble cutting it. And I have to say, I've had this for quite some time. But it's kind of gooey when I'm cutting it. Okay, now this is going to be interesting because I want to pop up the kitty cats too. Let's try this again. Sorry, I know I'm off camera, but I'm just struggling with cutting this. And let's see, can we get his tail? I have to take the release paper off so I can manipulate this. Wow, this is sticky. I need to use this up because this is way more sticky than I remember. And I'm having so much trouble with it, I'm not going to put as much foam tape on as I usually do. So I thought I had some more little pieces, but I used them. And I usually, these scissors, I don't usually have problems with tape sticking to them, but that really stuck on there. Sorry, I'm evidently having to concentrate a lot here. This is nerve-wracking. Okay. It never fails. It feels like I really am going to struggle anytime I get my camera going. For his tail, I'm not going to try to cut any more of that. I am going to get out my strips. And these ones are from scrapbook.com. And take this release paper off again so I can curve this around. Goodness, sorry y'all had to watch me struggle like that. Then around and down here. Perfect. And I'm going to finish. Put a little piece there. I'm going to cut a couple of tiny pieces for these ears. There's his ear. Stop it. And we get his other ear. And I'm going to put a little piece. Oh, this is cooperating much better. And piece there. I just don't like to have any parts that are going to sag, or at least not too much. There we go. And I got that pretty good here. Okay, now I cannot remember how I add these. I'm going to do them like that. And we are going to take off all this release paper now. Stop. Wow, that is some sticky stuff. And I'm just going to put him or her right down here. I'm not even going to worry too much if they're super straight. My golly. And there's all our release paper off of there. Let's get all this off. It's just giving me problems. There we go. My goodness. And of course, it doesn't help that I have so many little pieces either, but There we go. There's our last kitty cat. That's not so bad. I am going to put some glue on here in an attempt to be able to move this around in case I don't get it on here straight. That looks straight. It actually does look pretty straight. Except I keep moving it. Okay, and now let's get out card base. You tried to defeat me. Okay. I think it turned out really pretty. Get that down, and you know, I got these little buttons. No, not buttons, but embellishments. And I have these tiny light green leaves. And I think I'm going to put a few of these leaves on here. Turn that over. Just like little leaves falling, sort of. And they kind of blend into the background, so it's nothing flashy for a sympathy card. Let me grab this other glue so I can put a smaller dab of glue on here. Good grief. Okay. Thought that might be stopped up, so I really like these little leaves. They came from Dress It Up. And they make buttons. They have a few little craft kits. On their website. So I think that turned out just pretty, and it's simple for a sympathy card. And the cats are really cute. And there's our teeny tiny leaves. They just sort of blend into the background, but it adds just a little extra something. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you stuck around to see me struggle with this foam tape. If there's anything you want to know more about, let me know. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for giving me a thumbs up. I appreciate any kind comments, and I will see you all in the next video.